Guys, welcome back to another Outlook video. So this is my outlook on GJ for this week. On the weekly time frame, you can see this candlestick that form at this high. So looking at these candlesticks here, you can see that this is a hammer here, and this is also a hammer, right? Now this hammer is forming at a high. This just based on just candlestick analysis, right? This could potentially indicate that price wants to make some type of retracement, right? Because now if you look at the price action on the weekly time frame, you can see that this was the last high, the last higher high, then we made this low here, so this was higher low, then we pushed all the way up to this zone here, up here, and now we made this candlestick. You see these two hammer, this is a hammer and also this is a hammer. This is a bullish hammer and this is a bearish hammer, right? Now we making this at a high, like we said, could potentially mean that okay, price wants to use this zone as a higher high. So this could potentially be a new higher high zone on the weekly time frame. So after a higher high, we are going to retrace to make higher low. So from here, potentially we could potentially see retracement from here. Just based now, this analysis is just based off of candlestick analysis, just candlestick analysis, right? Two hammer forming at a high, at a zone that could potentially be a high, right? Now going to the daily time frame. Daily time frame, you could see how price is just stalling around this zone. Now price made this high up here. We made this high, and from then we've just been consolidating around the zone. So all this area around this zone here is just basically consolidation, right? Now if we are consolidating or we are stopping at this zone, we are not able to break this zone after price has made a high, because this is a higher low, a higher high, higher low, and this is a higher high, right? Now at this higher high, we are now stalling, we're now consolidating, price is not able to break above. Now this could potentially also mean that price wants to make some type of retracement, you get, for we to get higher lows. If you look at it on this daily time frame, this is just purely consolidation, so there's no much price action on here. But like we said, the key points I said, this consolidation or this price just stopping at this zone is at a high, like a higher high, like I said, higher low, higher high, and at this higher high we started consolidating, indicating that okay, potentially from this zone we might retrace for we to make a higher low, you get. Now going down to the 4-hour time frame, we could see this price action here. Now last week I was looking for longs, right? Because I said okay, we made this double bottom here and we retrace down, so potentially from this zone we are going to go up, potentially targeting up here. That was my analysis on GJ last week, right? Yeah, I entered longs and I lost those longs. Why? When I was making my analysis, I didn't take note of this zone, that this zone was a double top, right? I later realized it on Tuesday. It was on Tuesday. I think it's on Tuesday or that same Monday. I don't know, but I can't remember. But I think it was Tuesday or on a Monday of last week that I realized that okay, I missed this. Now, if you look at this, you can see that this is a double top. If you had to put some type of resistance on it so that for you to understand more, yeah, boom. Now if you see, now this here, you see price made this high, came back down, push up, and we rejected of this zone here. So this is like a double top. Now this is where I had, this is my mistake, like for last week, right? Now that's the past, right? Now coming down to this week, now what I'm potentially looking for on GJs, if you look at the price action forming on the 4-hour right now, you can see also same thing, same double top that happened here is also here. Now you can also call this a triple top. So the first top, second, third top, like a triple top, you get. That's some type of reversal pattern to a triple top. It's not majorly used like that, but you can also call this a triple top. But if you don't want to, you can also call it double top, because here and here double top. Now the highs are going lower, you get. So lower high This is also a lower high. You can also call this a lower high, a lower high. Now, if I take out this resistance that we had here, you can also see that this is my trend line. This trend line here, you can see that this is the third touch on this trend line, right? So this is the first touch, second touch, third touch, right? So now this is indicating to me that okay, we are gonna have like now like you see the way we analyze it from the weekly time frame to daily time frame. Now we are at the 4 hour time frame. Now all this time frame are all indicating okay, we are at a high and price is stalling at this zone. You get, we are stopping at this zone, and at this zone, not also we stopping at this zone. On the lower time frame, we are price is making reversal patterns on the lower time frame. On the weekly time frame, we saw two hammers, a bullish hammer and a bearish hammer. Two hammer at a high, two hammer down. We came to the daily time frame, we see that just price consolidating, just stopping at a zone at a high, consolidating. Now we are at the 4 hour time frame, and we can see this triple top. Yeah, you can call it triple top, or if you want to call it double top or whatever. Then now also that we are also seeing this trend line that is connecting one to that has 3 touches. Now this is the third touch, right? Now going to the 2 hour time frame, you can see also some more price action. Now at this zone, you can see that price make this double top. Now here, this is the first top, second top, this is the double top. All this is just like rejection of this high. So we are not breaking above this high. If I'm to pull back that resistance that we had, boom, boom, right? You can see that okay, we are not breaking above this high. Like this price right now is not ready to break above this high. We are just making reversal patterns around this high. Also, if you even also look at it deeply, you can also see that this also is also like a head and shoulder pattern too. Boom. If you are to use here, boom, adjust it to here, boom, right? So if you look at it, this is the head, this is the left shoulder, right? This is left shoulder here, this is the head, now this is the right shoulder. All these reversal patterns are just forming at this high. You get, it's not a coincidence. This is just basically telling us okay, price is not ready to break this high right now, so potentially we are going to retrace, right? Boom. Okay, if we are retracing, where are we retracing up to? Now one thing I'm going to say is, as soon as markets is opening on Monday, I'm entering short on GJ. Like I'm not waiting for no retracement, nothing, because we already have every indication of price reversing or price stalling at this zone and not ready to break this zone. So as soon as market is opening, I'm entering short. That is, as soon as market open here, I'm entering a short position. Now where am I targeting? Targeting potentially 210.00, this psychological zone here, 210, 210, this 210 zone potentially. Or if I want to, you can also use like your, what is it called, fib zone. So this, I use the minus 20 minus 0.27 zone as TP. So potentially I see price dropping from here, like as soon as market is opening, from here down to here. Like as soon, like I said, as soon as market is opening, I'm entering short. As soon as market is opening. So that's my outlook on GG. And I've given you all the reasons. And also, if you are also gonna say use like this trend line, you know that okay, the most volatile, or when price moves the more on the trend line, is the third touch. So since we have this first touch, second touch, third touch, this, like most times the third touch are the most volatile. So this third touch, we should potentially go down to retrace and make new lows. If you also go to the 30 minutes time frame, you can also see more price action. You see that okay, this zone, it's just like there's a lot of signal. Like is the bearish signals there are multiple bearish signals, so there's nothing stopping me from entering short as soon as market is opening short. Like, and I'm even increasing my lot size, right? Because I'm so sure of this. I'm like, not sure, I won't say sure, but I'm like, will I say sure? Is sure the English word? Or how do we say it? Like, I don't know, but I know that like I have this feeling that we are going to melt from from this zone. We are going to melt like crazy from this zone. Also, if you see a 30 minutes time frame too, you can see we this double top drop, then push, then we pushed up here. Now this push up to the zone. First of all, it's like a retest to this resistance that we had. Second, if you see this, is like this was the last higher low price made on this counter trend here. So this last higher low, so price came back to retest it. So you can see there's a lot of things signifying bearish movement. Like I said, we are making a lot of money from this move. I'm telling you, this week we are making a lot of money. I'm saying it, and I'm repeating it. You are making a lot of money this week. Like I said, as soon as market opens, I'm shorting. Now, like I said, I'm increasing my lot size. My usual lot size, I'm doubling it because I'm very, very sure of this position. But you know how market can be. Market is a boss on its own. Market can decide now to go against us and we'll cry. But it's all risks. You know what I'm saying? All this is risks. It's risks. It's risks. It's risks. Everything is risks. You feel me? But I'm definitely increasing my lot size next week. You know what I'm saying? And we are making a lot of money. Like I said, we can be sure and markets will do what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? Or what she wants to do. You know what I'm saying? And we will cry. We'll cry, clean our tears and come back again. You know what I'm saying? So guys, please like, subscribe, and I'm out. Yeah.